What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to our Tourist Fan Club. It's me, Ross. I am joined by Gaurav, my good friend. How we doing?
We're doing good.
We doing good. We bring you tonight, humbly, just the two of us, our NBA play-in predictions. We'll do the play-in predictions, and then we'll revisit after the play-in and give some playoff predictions. But we didn't want to get too far ahead of ourselves and start making predictions about who's going to win everything when we don't even know who's necessarily playing yet. So,
and by we, it was my idea.
It was Gaurav's idea. We were gonna run through the whole damn thing, and he was like, "Slow down, you idiot! We need to do the play-in first."
I would never like that, though. I'd never call you an idiot.
Right? You call me way worse things that we're not going to say here on this video. All right. Yeah, exactly. I'm already demonetized. They don't like me. We'll start in the East because that is near and dear to our hearts, unfortunately. Yeah, let's start in the East. Do you want to kick it off with the 9 and 10 seeds, Gaurav?
Okay, sure. I'll do the 7 and 8 first, but not fuck. I'll do the 8 and 9. Sorry, it's one of those things where it's like we didn't discuss which one we were doing first, so I was just looking at the 7 and 8.
Pick where you want to start. That's totally fine.
I'm gonna do the 9 and the 8 and 7. I'm gonna do the 9 and 7.
Do whatever
Celtics Wizards.
Yeah.
All right, so the Wizards are. I mean, they're playing really well right now, and I feel like Russell Westbrook is he's in that stage where he's going to have extremely good games followed by maybe some bad games, but he's had so many fucking good games where it's like they climbed from the 12 seed to the 8 seed.
Yeah.
That means that the second half of their seasons, they're performing like a 6 seed then, I feel like. So then the Celtics, they lost what's his name? Jaylen Brown, right? He's not playing, correct?
Correct, yeah.
So that's Jaylen Brown was their number one option up until for the first couple months of the season, if I remember correctly. He was the best performer.
He was having a really good season.
Jason Tatum was kind of becoming like an equal to number 2. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go with the Wizards. I think it's gonna be. I want I love the underdog. So sometimes I pick with my heart for what I want to have happen.
Yeah.
What actually happened. And well, let's see. Celtics are 4 of 6 of their last 10. Is it going to be a home game for them?
Oh, shit, I don't even know. It's
interesting, right?
Yeah, I don't have the data on hand. That is a good question, though.
But Jason Tatum, is he having a good year?
I mean, he's Jason Tatum. Yeah, I mean, he's still a good player. It's just the Celtics have a lot of issues with interior defense, rim protection.
We'll go with the Wizards.
Okay.
Why not?
That's interesting. It's a good matchup. It's going to be all of these play-in games, -1 being the other Eastern Conference matchup, I think are all going to be really competitive and fun to watch. This is a really, really good game.
Yeah, 100%.
If it were a series, I would take the Celtics.
Yep.
But since it's a game, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with Wizards. They're just hot right now. Russell Westbrook he's for the moment. This seems like the kind of game that he's going to show up for and own. Yeah,
dude. Russell Westbrook's crazy. Where he'll brick for. I mean, I'm preaching not preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to the choir. I think that's the right saying.
Yeah.
He'll hit some fucking amazing shots, dude.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, the 9-10, the Pacers and the Hornets. I mean, people watching, they know I'm a big Pacers fan, so it really hurts to say this, but I think the Hornets are going to take the Pacers.
Yeah. I know you're a huge Pacers fan, and it's been.
Wait, hold on. The Hornets have lost their last 5 games. They're on a 5-game losing streak.
The Hornets, the Hornets have been streaky this season, on and off. The Pacers are also tanking the play-in. Let me give you some names here. Aaron Holiday, Edmund Sumner, Domantas Sabonis, Malcolm Brogdon, Jeremy Lamb, Miles Turner, TJ Warren are all hurt. Or wait, is TJ Warren still?
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, TJ Warren's out for the whole season.
I didn't know that most of us played basketball.
Yeah,
it sounds like you're reading an employee list at CDW. You pulled up WellsFargo.com and went to some random location in California and just read the people who work there.
Absolutely, I am.
For some reason, that in this metaphor, it's public information.
So Brogdon questionable, Aaron Holiday questionable, Lamb out, Sabonis questionable, Sumner questionable, Turner out, Warren out.
Wait, Sabonis is questionable. That's their main guy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They're tanking the play-in. They don't want to be there. They're looking at the Bulls like, bro, we should have just let you guys have it. We don't want to be here.
All right, I'm taking the Hornets then, and you as well. It looks like.
Yeah, we're both gonna take the Hornets on that. Okay, so that has us. So that's gonna be the Hornets versus the Celtics. It looks like.
I'm taking the Celtics on that one.
I'm gonna take the Celtics. I think I'm gonna agree with you on that. Seems pretty easy. So
just swapping.
Yeah, so that'll make the Wizards the 7 seed and the Celtics the 8 seed. Cool.
Oh, I was thinking about this, and I wanted to bring it up. It makes way more sense to want to be the 8 seed because the Nets are. I don't want to talk too much about the Nets because that's gonna be our next video, but the Nets are so fucking powerful having their big three together, and the Nets are more frightening than the 76ers. I'll leave it at that.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
if you want to verse the Nets, you want to do it early, I think.
Right.
But I could see. I mean, this is the thing. If you want to go for the 8 seed, you're taking a risk. If the Celtics tank that game, they'd have to bet on themselves winning the next game. So
right.
That the Sixers versus the Nets. So
I mean, either way, it's going to be some combination of Wizards and Celtics and Wizards. Either way you slice it. It's just, I see with the Nets, it's hard for me because it's like, I really feel like playing them now is more advantageous than later because they're still forming that chemistry. The guys are still kind of recovering from injuries. Like now would probably be the time to face them than later. Philadelphia, I don't think anyone's going to beat them until later in the playoffs, but we'll get to that.
And we can get into that later
in our next video. But let's so like I said, we have Hornets taking the 8 seed, right? And then the Celtics taking the 8 seed and the Wizards taking the 7 seed. Let's transition to the Western Conference. I won't tell you which one to start with. You start with whatever you want.
I'm going to start with the 7-8 because I'm consistent. And I'm looking at some very basic ass stats. Both of them are on a win streak. The Lakers on a 5-game win streak. The Warriors on a 6-game. The Lakers are gonna. Did LeBron play their last game?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know the Lakers were on a 5-game win streak. I thought they were losing. I just didn't pay attention to them closely. So LeBron played 1 or 2 games, right?
Yeah,
and he had a couple of highlights for sure. And then the Warriors is just Steph Curry and then the guys from Wells Fargo.
Right.
You can never count LeBron out. And I think the Lakers take this game.
This is the game of the week. This is the one. Yeah. This is the big game. And
the last one, they did that on purpose, I assume.
It's my gut obviously says you never count out LeBron.
Yep.
While my brain says, bro, the Warriors are just they've been playing better. Like Steph is out of his mind, and the Warriors have had LeBron's number for most of his career. He got 1, but they got the other 3.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is such a good matchup. I guess I'm gonna have to go with the Lakers just because it's LeBron and Anthony Davis.
The Warriors right now, they have Steph, Draymond. Who's like their third best guy?
Probably Kelly Oubre.
Is he performing?
Andrew shit up? Yeah. Andrew Wiggins has been.
Wiggins, he's kind of been like he's been having some really good games.
Yeah, no, Wiggins has been balling. Draymond has been playing way better lately than he was earlier in the season. Yeah, so we'll see. Oh, it looks like Arube's out. I didn't realize he's hurt right now. So that's actually a big.
Yeah, Draymond's filling up the stat sheet right now, and he's going to be defending LeBron, I assume.
Right. Well, it'll be interesting actually to see how that goes because you have to get someone on Anthony Davis.
Oh yeah, that guy. Who's that guy? Anthony something.
Yeah, he's got a unibrow. Looks really ugly, but yeah. Lakers. I'm gonna go Lakers. Okay. So we both take Lakers in that one. My cat is meowing. I don't know what she's upset about. Um, we will take Lakers in that one. The 9 and 10. Who you got?
Spurs versus Pelicans, two teams that people who no, sorry, I read the wrong names. Grizzlies versus Spurs. That's how little I care about that. Dude, the Grizzlies are taking that. Dude, Ja Morant. What's his name? Demar Deserin too, though. He's gonna have a good game.
Demar Deserin.
Demar Deserin. Although both of these teams are losers. I mean, the Spurs are on a 4-game losing streak. Popovich's hair is on a losing streak.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Grizzlies.
Yeah,
That's just how I feel.
I like the Grizzlies. They have a lack of playoff experience, I think.
True.
They are the kind of team, though, that is going to grow a lot from this experience. Like the Grizzlies right now are doing what the Bulls should have done. They made the play-in. They're competitive enough. They've got tough guys who play physical. I'm a fan of what the Grizzlies are doing, so I'm going to pick them. I'm with you on that. So we're going to have the Warriors versus the Grizzlies for that 8 seed. Who are you thinking?
We both picked the Lakers. So Warriors. We're going to win that game.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, Steph Curry's going to go off for like 46 or some shit.
Yeah. So some combination of Lakers Warriors will be the 7-8 seeds, which is what the NBA probably wants anyway. I don't think the NBA is excited by the idea of the Lakers or the Warriors being totally outright eliminated. It's better for the league when LeBron James and Steph Curry are playing playoff basketball.
Well, we got to think about the refs too, by the way.
Oh, yeah. So factor in the refs.
Talent.
I think we're still accurate with factoring in the refs. The Lakers will still win. The Warriors will still end up making it.
Yeah.
The Celtics will still win. There's really no ref favoritism between the Wizards, Pacers, and Hornets. So I think that going with Wizards is fine in that scenario too.
If the Lakers lose the Warriors game, then yeah. What's it called? LeBron is going to score 50 points from the free throw line.
Yeah. If the Lakers are in the loser game is what I'm going to call it. If the Lakers are in the loser game, which is what it is. Yeah.
Well, the Grizzlies are the 1 seed of the shitty teams in the West,
sure.
Which is an obvious statement, but also just like that's what they represent to me. They're like the Milwaukee Bucks of the shitty Western Conference teams.
I like that. That's a good comparison. So yeah, I mean, but whoever the Lakers face in the loser game, just like pack one. What was the MJ quote? Pack one suit because you're not sticking around.
The other kind of pack one.
Right, exactly.
Ja Morant is like, I don't know about you, but I'm not bringing a second suit.
Yeah, I'm not. We're not going to another city. This is the end of the line. All right, cool. So I'll recap real quick. In the East, we have the Celtics being the 8 seed. And the Wizards being the 7 seed. In the West, we have the Lakers being the 7 seed and the Warriors being the 8 seed, which I feel like, we didn't plan this. We didn't know what we were picking or who each other was picking before the video. But I mean, logically taking a step back, these just seem like the most likely winners of these games. Would you agree?
Yeah, and I would love to be wrong and have one of these shittier teams just overperform and just like him. Oh my God, I would love to see just someone pull the rug under the Lakers. They'd have to lose 2 straight games. Like, that would be so awesome.
Yeah, like imagine Ja Morant going off and beating that would actually be a lot of fun if they beat the Lakers in the loser game. And then
if, like the Pacers fuck over the Celtics.
Yeah, and
it's not exciting because none of those teams matter.
But and we won't get too far into it because we're gonna wait for the playoff predictions. But if you did get like the Grizzlies in the 8 seed against the Jazz, like the Grizzlies will give them some work. Like they're no pushovers. Like that could actually be a decent series. And same thing with the like the Suns. Like if you have the Warriors against the Suns, like that could be a really, really fun series. So
I'm scared to face Steph Curry.
Right.
And any team should be.
Chris Paul is probably scared to face Steph Curry. He probably has PTSD from getting eliminated by Steph Curry like 90 times in his career.
If it's the Suns Warriors, Chris Paul's wearing a diaper.
Yeah. The West is a little crispier. It's a little hotter than the East. I think the East is pretty much set in stone. The first and the second seeds are not going to be losing their matchups, but in the West, I don't know, man. Things could become a little surprising, and we will address that on the very next video that we do when we make our playoff predictions. But for now, I think we're gonna sign off. Any parting wisdom, parting thoughts?
I'm never doing a video with you ever again.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Actually, what we're going to be doing from here on out is we're both going to be making our own videos and uploading to the same channel, competing for views. So look back for that next week. We'll be right back. So thank you guys for hanging out. It's fun as always. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Peace.